operations in the course of Operation Castaway. As to claims that large numbers of civilians were harmed, 7 incidents were investigated. Of these, 4 were dismissed and the remaining 3 are ongoing. As to claims that United Nations and other international facilities were fired upon, 13 investigations were initiated and all were dismissed. As to incidents involving shooting at medical facilities and equipment, and I quote, "The military advocate general found no basis to order criminal investigations of all 10 incidents under review. As to incidents involving, I'm sorry, I already read that. As to 36 criminal investigations, 7 were dismissed, 1 led to a conviction, the famous credit card case that you may have heard about, and 28 are still ongoing. The reply then dealt with 3 of the claims in the Goldstone report which have shocked the conscience of the world. The destruction of the Mrach wells, 142 in number. The destruction of the Gaza water treatment plant and of the El Bada flour mill. As to all of these, the military advocate general found that because of their proximity to military activity, there was no basis for criminal investigations. So how do you reconcile the flowing words quoted from that decision of the Military Court of Appeals with the actual occurrence and the handling of the investigations? I think you would have to say that you cannot do it. Richard Falk has already mentioned the Dahia doctrine and told you where it comes from. And I just want to give you the actual words of Brigadier General Mrach, who said, "We will apply disproportionate force on the village and cause great damage and destruction there. From our standpoint, these are not civilian villages, they are military bases. This is totally incompatible with the law of armed conflict." When word leaked out about what was actually happening in Gaza during Operation Castaway, B'Tselem, the human rights organization of Israel, which investigates human rights violations in the occupied territories, sent an urgent request to the military attorney general, asking him to look into what was happening there. They got the following reply: "The attacks that the IDF is carrying out in the Gaza Strip by air, ground, and sea are being conducted in compliance with the laws of war. The IDF is operating accompanied by legal advice that is intended to bring before decision makers in the IDF the legal aspects that apply to their conduct." Now, this is very important in my view because, and I want to relate this a little bit to the attitude of the U.S. government to what we're talking about here. Because the official position in Washington is that Israel has all of these wonderful independent institutions and that there is therefore no need for an equally independent investigation commission. And we can leave this to the the Israeli military justice system. I think I've given you a demonstration of the fact that it would be rather ineffective to do that. Let me conclude by coming back to the question of the relevance of law. I have suggested to you at the beginning of my presentation that Israel is embarking on a campaign to make the law of armed conflict irrelevant or less relevant. And they're doing that by, and again, language comes into play here. They have coined a word called lawfare. And lawfare, according to the defenders of the official Israeli position, means that people who don't like what Israel is doing are misusing the law to conduct warfare in a legal sense against Israel. They have already had a conference in London called the Conference on Warfare. They're about to have a conference at New York Law School in a couple of weeks, I think, again called lawfare. So it is very important that people who believe in international law come to the rescue of international law when it is under attack. And let me quote to you a very disturbing statement by Secretary of State Clinton. In talking about the Goldstone report, she said that we cannot she said that the fact that Goldstone is setting the international standards for future conflicts will be problematic for all countries. Remember, Israel said that the problems that they had are going to be everybody's problems. But the problem that Hillary Clinton, who, like Richard and myself, is a graduate of Yale Law School, the problem that she has is that she doesn't understand that Goldstone wasn't setting any standards. Goldstone was finding facts, and he was analyzing those facts in the light of standards which are enshrined in international law. So I find it very disturbing that Hillary Clinton can say that Goldstone is setting new standards. And I think it would be good to tell her how disturbing that is. Would that be a good way to end?